Back on it, heard that.
Oh, first things first is I want to talk about my day.
Please do.
Hey, listen, you need to chill out today. You're pressing me, G.
First off, Joe's been pressing me all weekend.
Because you know what? You deserve it. You need it. You need someone with a little... Oh, man, I just smelled the fresh leather shoes, bitch.
Shut up. Tell us what. He's alone, this guy, just walking alone. He's probably pretty drunk, I'm assuming. And he smacks his butt. The guy flips out. See, this story's not as good because I already told you this, but... And then...
I'm listening.
And then he's like, if you ever put your fucking hands on me, I got it. He's like, you're lucky you're with your boys, though. And then he emails back there. He's like, shut up. He's like, stop it. And then you got Aaron screaming at this guy because he has boat shoes on, but he has them with socks.
And so, Aaron's like the biggest frat star.
Yeah. And he's like, take your fucking socks off. Take them off. So they're going back and forth, and we go onto this intersection, like Halsted and Lincoln. It was a stupid intersection. And this dude's still talking. And we're walking the other way, and then our other buddy comes and just shoves this dude. But it was as if, like, this guy didn't even know he was about to get shoved, and he just falls straight down. It was the funniest thing, man. I guess people had to be there. I just said this story too many times. But it was a good one.
Alright, but what about yesterday? What happened?
Yesterday, you were there. You saw it. We were, wait, tell them about the Cody and the shirt thing.
Okay, so...
That was funny.
No, there was this random kid. Well, he wasn't random. We knew him, but, like, we don't know him well. And he was there at the party, and I don't even know how they all know each other.
Yeah.
Because this guy, out of nowhere, started making fun of some other kid for his shirt that he was wearing, and he was telling him it was the fakest, dumbest shirt he ever saw.
He was like, did you get that shirt for free when you got your hair cut?
And he was telling him all kinds of shit. And apparently, you know, they know each other, I guess, right? Yeah. And then the other kid, Cody, was high as fuck. And he was just going on and on and on just about how...
Straight instigator.
How this kid was getting roasted. Best Baker 2015!
Oh, man. So, anyways, this kid, the kid who's frying our other friend, he's with his girlfriend playing beer pong. It's later in the night, so he's pretty drunk, I'd say so.
This is straight out of a movie. This is like a scene right out of a... Like Superbad or some shit.
Yeah. This was like some, like... Dude, it was believable, but he did it so well. Like, I think it was on purpose, what I think. Anyways, so we're there, we're playing, and Joe says something, and this dude's girlfriend starts laughing. And he's like, oh, you think it's funny? Huh? You flirting with them? You like it?
But he said it in such a serious voice that, like, I don't know if he was, like, playing it off or if he was serious, but then when we started laughing like crazy, then he acted like it was a joke. But anyways, Martin fucking falls 35 feet into the other room laughing because he can't breathe.
It was so unexpected, and like if that was like the real him, because you know he got a lot of drinks in him, so it was bound to come out. Then that's even funnier.
Why are you laughing at him? You flirting with him? Once you break the seal and then you gotta piss all the time.
Yeah, I was pissing like a pregnant woman yesterday.
Let me throw some tips out there. I sit down and pee, not only when I get drunk, but when I'm sober because it's just way more efficient. Like, when you stand up and pee, there's a couple things that go on. One, you're holding your weight up, you're tired, you could be tired or early morning, could be late night, you could be drunk. But anyways, you're holding your weight up, you sit down, it's more comfortable. Two, if you got a nice flow like I do because I drink a lot of water, you're not going to get them splashes coming around on your pants, right? And then, three, it's cleaner, right? Because there's some motherfuckers, you guys don't know how to hit the toilet bowl. I mean, it's all around everywhere on the rim. Yeah. Like fucking, like you just were getting attacked while you were pissing. So there's that. And then four, you sit down, if you just pull, especially if you're in a rush, if you just pull your pants down and sit down and piss, then pull your pants up, you don't even got to wash your hands if you're in a rush. It's like that. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's true. Those are good tidbits. I like them.
So I'm telling you, sit down and pee.
I just do it in the morning, because I'm so tired, man. Oh. And plus, I like to do, read my Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, I've been peeing while sitting down since 2009, for sure.
That's decent. That's a while now.
All right. Oh yeah, and here's the one thing we were talking about last week. talk where like how people get too comfortable and then they're like doing the same shit all the time. We're saying that like you should escape your comfort zone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you should get out there and just like try new shit. And
yeah, I was reading this article. It was saying like this dude who's like, he studies like millionaires or something, and what he noticed about them. Oh, this fucking face. What do you want, prick?
Hey, yo, Martin, we in front.
Hey, just to let you know, you ain't under my son anymore. You're under my bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
What's going on here, Chill's? Yo,
Oh.
Chill's out here throwing up, dude. Hurry up.
Fuck him too. I hope he pisses on himself.
Yeah, he is.
Is he really throwing up?
What up? Good.
Huh?
Alright, so what were you saying? We were talking
Oh,
about...
comfort zone. The kid who studied
You read an
millionaires.
article. You
Yeah.
read an article.
And he basically wrote down like 17 traits that you see in millionaires, and it was just like one was like trying new things, like get out of your comfort zone. Because if you keep doing the same thing every day, like obviously if it's not progressing, then you're not gonna.
I was when I was in like 8th grade, we had to do these. This guy would come like once a week, and we would do this thing called like drop your cool, and that's basically cause like get out of your comfort zone. So we were like all like rehearsing to do this play. Like we picked a story that we had read and we were like, oh, we're gonna act it out. So we went on like a field trip and like our whole class was in the play and like we all did like a certain scene, like a different group of kids did a scene. But like to act, you gotta like be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know? So like we're in 8th grade and we're like doing stupid shit, like all this stupid stuff where you gotta like act out and like do just whatever, but like be goofy, but like drop your cool. Don't be like the kid in the corner like, oh, I'm not doing this shit,
Yeah.
And like I felt like that was like a big turning point for me, and I was only in like 8th grade, but they're just telling you like it's okay to like be like different or like be yourself, and like right there, like I was seeing kids in my class that like I would never think that they would just like do anything out of the ordinary, but then next thing you know, everyone's doing creative shit and like you can actually like make something out of like being yourself instead of trying to be cool or be like in your comfort zone.
Yeah. I think that too, like since it's in a classroom setup, like if everybody's doing it, they're gonna want to do it, and that goes to the fact of like who you hang out with too.
Yeah.
And that was another trait they said, like the people you hang out with, like if they're obviously not doing so much, or, if you're gonna keep doing the same thing, like I said, it's not working, not doing anything.
Yeah.
There's no forward progression, then you just.
And then it goes with being positive too, like.
Boom! There's another one. Keep going.
Dude, turn your mindset around, like, just be positive about shit, like, because bad things happen all the time, but if you can like figure out how to take the victim's mentality and just be the conqueror.
Yeah.
Of your situation, not like, oh, the world hates me, but like, oh, like I'm about to suck today's dick. Let's get it,
Definitely, another thing that I was reading was like the formula for success, and it's like basically people always have that mentality like, oh, like if I work and if I want this job, but they're never really happy. They think like once they get something, then they're gonna be happy, right? But once you get that job, then you want another job, and you want another job, and then it's like when's that, like like you're never gonna be happy in general. So they're like, so if you're just like in general happy about what you do, then you're gonna be fine, and then like that is kind of like gonna give you a better total for success.
Yeah. So it's like figuring out your why, right?
Yeah.
Because people think that their why is like to get this job, then they'll be happy, but they're not happy.
Yeah.
So like they gotta figure out why they're truly about to do what they're about to do.
And if not, like like people think like, oh, I need to get this 6-figure job, but if it's not something you really like, then you're just doing it for money and to have a job. I mean, I get it. Yeah. People get jobs because they need money.
Yeah.
But if you're getting a career, that's, I mean, you might as well actually search for what you want and truly find out, like, is this going to make you happy? You got to go to this job every day.
And I honestly believe that well, one, there's more than one thing that can make a person happy. So, like, I think you should figure out all the different things you love and figure out how to make money doing all of them, you know? So, like, there's people who like to teach, and, like, teachers don't make the best money, you know? But they really love developing, like, young kids and stuff and, like, turning them into young men, young women.
Yeah.
So, like, they're making money off that, but, yeah, while they don't make the best, there's probably some other passion that they have out there, or in their downtime, in their free time. It could be a hobby that they turn into a profit, so.
Definitely. And just like our friend Anna, she just got her job, but like she's so into it. Like she wrote a whole entire list while like we were out the other night, and it was just like what she needed for her classroom and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy to be like that involved and so in love in what you do at this age. Like I don't even really know what I want to do, but like to have that mentality and just ready to like you're that happy, truly happy
Yeah, that's
about
awesome.
this.
Because she was,
great.
I saw her like posting pics and stuff. Like, you got all these things like for my second graders.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's cool to be stoked about something like that. Pumped, you know.
Yeah.
Like I get pretty pumped to be on the podcast and talk about shit. Like, especially when we're done and it cuts, I'm like, damn, that was fucking awesome. You know.
Yeah.
Like, especially when we have guests and stuff. So like, I get pretty pumped about this. I'll get pumped about like playing a sport. Like I love competing and like testing like myself against other people.
Definitely.
But like in terms of a career, because like, you know, I'm not going to no NFL or no MLB, like whatever. But in terms of career, I want to find that one thing that like I can do this shit and be happy all the time, you know.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, you know, it's a tough thing, but I feel like once again, like we're not in a situation right now where it's like we have to just get any job and just you know. Either way, like we're still young too, but it's just cool that some people already know what they want to do and they're already achieving it.
Another thing that's pretty cool is like, it kind of sucks that we don't know like where we're gonna be at, you know, but at the same time it's like we're like young and in that place where we can like afford to take risk.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like we have like any collateral, like we don't have like a house or like
kids.
Or kids and like cars, like shit we gotta pay, you know, all kinds of shit we gotta pay off besides the school, obviously. But like we're in that point where we can like figure it out.
And I think too the field we're in, like if you're a teacher, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna teach. You know? But if you're in business, there's so many things you could do in business.
Yeah, like business econ. I don't know where I'm gonna work or like what it's gonna be like. I want to find like a cool job in that area that's gonna be fun and not just like fucking strict and boring.
But yeah, you're gonna find so many jobs that you didn't even realize. One day you're gonna be like, whoa, like this was a job. This shit's pretty sweet. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Like Mikey gave me an Uber booking thing for jobs. So I'm tipping my tongue. Can't even say it. Anyways, so that was cool. It was like it was a dope one, but just sidetracked to bounce off that. The next one was a financial analysis job, but it was for insurance. So I was thinking too, like, you know, I just applied for this insurance job. If I were to get it, it'd be sweet because, you know, I would learn all this stuff about insurance, like premiums and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's like good for yourself as well.
Yeah, right. But this job, like, I didn't even think about it. Like, Uber really needs a financial analysis for insurance. Like, well,
right.
I mean, you know, I didn't think about it. It makes sense, obviously. But I was like, dang, like, if I were to do the insurance for a bit and then I applied to this job because I already got experience doing insurance, you know, then I'd be like a financial analysis there and I could branch off and do different things. You know, I could work for a bank, I'd do this, whatever. It's just crazy how there's so many things you could branch off of.
And you could constantly like keep extending like your like talents and your abilities, like your skill set basically. If you're like building that resume like nonstop, the more you get out of that comfort zone, the more you build up that resume, you know?
Definitely.
So it's just like doing different shit that interests you. You can't be scared about it. Like I'm about to go skydiving in like 2 weeks and it's kind of nervous, but whatever, man. I'm about to jump out of a plane. It's gonna be awesome.
I mean, yeah.
You know, but like, I mean, it's different. It's like it's not your thing. You ain't interested. I am, so I better just figure it out.
Well, close your eyes.